Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
What's been more frightening, is living next to this element. There have been a number of times when I've been concerned about what might be going on over there.
We're following a developing story for you tonight as an armed standoff continues in South Moorhead. Good evening, everyone. Police and the SWAT team have been negotiating with a wanted man who says he has a gun and is willing to use it.
Now, police have gone door to door and have issued a code red. They've evacuated neighbors and are telling some to stay sheltered in place. Let's take a look at the location. It's happening at the home of 1900 block of 6th Street South. Now, 6th Street is blocked off from 16th Avenue to 22nd Avenue South. Officers say that the man they were trying to arrest has some connection to the house. Valley News Team's Nicole Johnson continues to cover this. She joins us live with the very latest. Nicole?
I'm about a block away, so you can't see the magnitude of what's going on behind me. We're told that more officers have been called out here, possibly the bomb squad and a Bearcat from Grand Forks. We're told that the man police were trying to arrest has at least one felony warrant out against him, and the street crimes unit is after him. We've heard from neighbors that multiple people were going to be arrested inside that house and that they've caused problems before. Now, police are taking so many precautions because they believe there's at least one weapon inside. But at this time, we don't know exactly why there's so much law enforcement here or why police wanted to arrest the one person in the first place. In Moorhead, Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
All right, Nicole, we've been in contact with Moorhead Public Schools. We were told that some students who lived in that area were held on the bus for a time and not dropped off at the school. Text messages and emails have been sent out to students, faculty, and staff at both MSUM and Concordia, alerting them to the situation. We advise you to stick with Valley News Live for updates on this developing story.
It's been windy today, but not too spooky. Let's check in with Hutch on tonight's forecast for all the trick-or-treaters.
Depending on where you are, Andrea, we have a wide range of conditions. But first and foremost, for the FM area, we had temperatures in the 60s just moments ago. But within the last hour, we've seen them drop very quickly into the mid-50s. That's where we'll be the rest of the evening. I do expect the gusty winds to decrease a little bit after sunset. Take a look at the rain showers moving through north central North Dakota. Temperatures there upper 30s and low 40s for a pretty blustery evening along and north of Highway 2 tonight for trick-or-treaters. South of those locations, it will be breezy, but temperatures much more mild. I'll have details on what you can expect for the rest of our work week as we open the calendar to a new month here in just a few moments.
All right, thank you, Hutch. And remember, you can stay up to date on the weather conditions where you are anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just download the Storm Team weather app to get the latest weather conditions and even follow the radar live. Search VNL Weather in the App Store.
Winter is on its way, and there's help available for many folks around our area who want to make sure their home is warm and energy efficient this winter. The Weatherization Assistance Program offers qualifying homeowners and renters an insulation upgrade to their homes. Officials say this weatherization project will save the average homeowner $240 a year in energy costs.
Those on a fixed income, it's a pretty good deal.
Yes, absolutely. And those are priorities. Elderly, disabled, people with small children are prioritized, so that's who we try to serve first.
You can find out more about all of this by contacting the Community Action Program in your region. North Dakota residents can call toll-free 1-800-726-7960. Minnesota residents can call 651-645-7425.
Tens of millions of Americans have already cast their ballots nationwide.
Voters packed the Baymont Inn and Suites in Fargo today. Some voters even turning around and leaving because of the long lines there. This is one of the 4 polling locations that opened today. Others include the Fargo Dome, a location in West Fargo, and another voting place in Castleton. The Secretary of State's office is reporting more than 4,000 ballots have already been turned in by Cass County voters alone.
With so many people having already voted or planning to vote before November 8th, can any of the presidential candidates truly gain more supporters? That's the question Valley News Team's Cornelius Hawker set out to answer.
To call this presidential campaign unprecedented is an understatement. Clinton and Trump will go down as two of the most disliked presidential candidates in history. So in the days leading up to November 8th, are people's minds made up about the presidential election, and could anything change their vote? In downtown Fargo, people shied away from answering any questions about the election, but political science professor Dr. Barbara Hedrick says she's certain people have already decided who they're voting for.
Very few people really do decide that last weekend. They might decide to go vote or not that last weekend, more likely than they are trying to decide who am I going to vote for.
Hedrick says revelations about either candidate at this point is white noise for voters.
When you get to the 15th woman accusing him of harassment, or the 75th round of emails, how much more attention can you pay?
Some young people who are voting for the first time tell us if any new sexual assault accusations against Trump or more investigations into Clinton's use of a private email server would change their minds.
I don't think so at this point for who I voted for. Yeah, I think I would stick with the same person.
It's the lesser of two evils at this point, so I kind of really don't have a choice in my choice. It kind of sucks, but you know what? That's the truth of it right now.
And for those people who are truly undecided,
if anybody's not made up their mind yet, the closer it gets to the elections, they still can't make up their mind, the more likely they are actually not to vote at all.
Cornelius Hawker, Valley News Live.
More than 250,000 Minnesotans have already voted, and around 50,000 North Dakotans have picked who they want to be the next president.
NDSU police are investigating what they are calling a random act of vandalism after finding an Army ROTC statue knocked over on campus. Investigators say an officer found the memorial knocked over just outside the Benson Bunker Fieldhouse yesterday morning. It's believed that someone pushed it over between midnight and 8 in the morning. If you know anything about the vandalism, you're asked to call NDSU Police. The phone number's on your screen, 701-231-8998.
Clown sightings here and across the nation have some people taking extra precautions as kids head out trick-or-treating tonight. Just last night, 2 boys in Castleton admitted to dressing like clowns and chasing other kids. And in Florida, some parents say they will arm themselves as they take kids out for Halloween because of all the recent clown sightings. Some law enforcement agencies across the country are advising people to not dress up like clowns. Local police are not doing anything special in light of the clown sightings. Many parents say they will still take their kids out, but some parents have changed their mind and will stay in.
People are arming themselves, and people are deciding to take matters in their own hands, so some people might just do things without asking questions.
I'm going to keep a very close eye on my girls, and I just don't see the point in depriving them the fun of the trick-or-treating tradition because of some silly people.
Police do advise people to slow down and be on the lookout for children.
Police continue the search tonight for several people suspected in an assault that left a victim semi-conscious. Witnesses told Crookston police that 31-year-old Joshua Schill was beaten by a number of men at Crooks nightclub early yesterday morning. Police say that Schill was treated for head and facial injuries, but has been unable to give police any information about his attackers. Anyone who does have information about the attack is asked to call the Crookston Police Department.
A woman who is protesting at the Dakota Access Pipeline site is now charged with attempted murder of an officer. Investigators say 37-year-old Red Dawn Fallis fired 3 shots at officers and then wouldn't give up her gun. It happened while law enforcement were trying to remove protesters from private land owned by Energy Transfer Partners on Thursday. The charge carries the potential for 20 years in jail and/or a $20,000 fine.
We're coming up on the 30-year anniversary of a life-saving heart transplant that needed a military jet going as fast as it could and a middle-of-the-night wake-up call to the North Dakota governor to allow that plane to take off. Just days before Christmas of 1986, 5-month-old Andrew De La Pena received the gift of life from a little boy from here in the valley. The heart had to be flown from Fargo to California in an F-4 fighter jet belonging to the North Dakota Air National Guard unit, authorized by then-Governor George Sinner. The organ was packed in a Playmate cooler, was strapped into the back seat of the jet. And against the odds, the surgery was performed, and it was a success.
Having that experience at such a young age, it pushed me to the place where I've been probably to 30 to 40 countries, and I've learned maybe 5 languages, and and just I'm so lucky to have that perspective. And I just want to share that with everyone.
Tonight at 9 on the CW and on Valley News Live 10 at 10, you'll hear more from how Andrew is living his life and from the people here who played key roles in successfully transporting his life-saving heart.
I can't wait to see that story.
It's a fun story to do,
like
and it's really a heartwarming.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. Want to vote but need a ride? Later on Valley News Live at 6, what's out there that will get you to the ballot box?
And as we get ready to get the ghosts and goblins outdoors, temperatures have dropped 15 degrees in the last hour in Fargo-Moorhead. What lies ahead? Your hour-by-hour forecast is coming up right after this.
Watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live.